Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Pick a Card. Today we are going to be learning what your major things are for you in August coming up, what's going to happen, what your themes are, whether you should be focusing on work and career or love, self-growth, anything else. So what I need for you to do right now is take a look at these different cards. This is 1, 2, and 3. And if you're new here, just go ahead and pause and meditate and see which one is kind of calling to you almost. And if you're having trouble deciding, then I'm about to put crystals on to help you decide. Give me one moment. So here we've got the jade, we have amethyst, and we have howlite. Now, if this kind of solidified your choice and you're like, yes, this one, then go ahead and you can choose your group's timestamp in the description. If this made it harder for you and now you have kind of maybe 2 favorite piles, then that might mean that you have a message in each. So kind of keep track of which one was which, and then maybe listen to both of those. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's find out what's happening for you in August. Okay, group number 1. You picked the jade. Great for manifestation. Feels like this is going to be a really positive message for you today. Let's see what your first card is. It says, limitations inspire innovations. Ooh, okay. So maybe you've been having something happen where it hasn't kind of gone the exact way that you would like it. But what I'm hearing here and what I'm getting is that is kind of what is meant for you anyway. So keep going because it's going to take you to the idea that you need to have. Let's see also, 52 and 62. That's an interesting sequence. Also, I've got this blue theme kind of going with your jade there. It says, what does your soul say? So I'm honestly thinking there's something like you've been, like I'm getting this image of you kind of bumping up against a wall, like you've been trying really hard and putting your best effort in. And I think that you've been succeeding, but you still kind of feel like there's just something missing a little bit. It's not going right because I think you're not on the right path yet. Like you're almost there, but you're not quite. I've got this raw intention. All of these end in 2. So if 222 is something that you've kind of been seeing as well, I think that this is a strong sign that this message is for you. And 2 is often like a partnership number too. So there might be someone else in this equation. If someone just came to mind, then that's definitely what it should be. Let's see. We also have the distraction of shiny things. I'm almost sensing like what you've been doing almost has to do with like money. Like you've been like doing things that aren't 100% maybe meant for you, if that makes sense. Like you have been doing things that make you enough money, but it's not good for your soul. That's kind of what I'm getting. I don't know if this is a work thing, but we're about to find out. Ooh, okay. Ace of Pentacles. So this is showing me that you are going to be trying something a little bit new, and it is going to involve kind of trusting your intuition and maybe making a change that like you're kind of going back and forth on. You're not totally sure if this is what you should be doing, especially because other people might judge you, or like maybe you have even judged other people and been like, they're crazy for kind of going their own route, but it has seemed to work out for them. And again, a lot of trusting your own intuition, like you know best, but kind of allowing that message to actually come to you. And watching this video, I think, is actually kind of a confirmation there, because you've been kind of wondering, like, do I know best? Is this for me? And I think maybe the distraction of like, well, you're almost in like these like gilded chains or gold handcuffs or something, where it's like you have a job that you make so much money at that you kind of like almost can't turn it down. You feel like you can't walk away from it because you just like you feel like nothing is ever going to, I don't know, like give you as much monetarily, and it would take you a very long time to like get back to where you are. By doing something creative, something that is inspiring you, something that you want to do. But the Page of Cups is telling me like this is the time to kind of have like a when pigs fly, like pie in the sky attitude. Like this is the time to do that. It's kind of time to take that leap. And what I'm seeing here also is like to follow what your intention and what your soul is saying. And you can do this, like you don't have to quit your job 100%. This is something that you can kind of do like I don't know, on the side. Like, I don't know what, I'm trying to figure out what arena creatively, but hopefully this is speaking to you. And you can even comment below and kind of let me know if this is resonating with you, like what type this is. But what I'm getting here with this limitations inspire innovations is just that, like, you can do it all. You can do it all. It's going to be hard, but I think you're kind of going to love it because it's going to give you enough joy and satisfaction and inspiration that you can keep going in your, like, kind of big job, if that makes sense, like what's, paying the bills and all that stuff. You can kind of like do this on the side because it's going to give you the innovation that you need. Like, if you were to quit your big job right now, I feel like you wouldn't have those limitations that are going to inspire what's necessary to kind of make these pigs fly and make this out of the box thing happen. Out of the box, I'm saying, but I think it's just out of the box to some people. I don't necessarily think it is for you. For you, I think it feels pretty darn natural, and it's kind of like, this is what I want. Like, kind of thinking about your inner child. Like, if you could go back and talk to your 8-year-old self, what would they be excited for you to be doing, kind of a thing. And I think with the 7 of Wands here, it is the time for you to kind of begin and start this journey. And you don't have to I think it's going to be a slow one. It's not going to happen overnight. It's kind of going to be a slow burn where you are going to gather strength. And I do think that this is going to be something that overall enhances your entire life and changes it for the better. It kind of gives you this new spark and this new lease on life that you've kind of been wanting for a little while. And I do think that sometimes you wonder, like, can I have a family? Can I have like a social life and have what I want? And the answer is yes. I think that this is what I was getting to with this is only going to enhance your life. I was almost getting like, you're concerned that you won't be able to have the relationship that you want if you pursue this. And I think that what I'm hearing, what I'm getting, is that your relationship is actually going to be enhanced. And if you don't feel like you've met your person yet, I feel like you're going to kind of meet them through this process. Let's go ahead and let's actually just get a couple of love cards, because I feel like maybe this group, like you kind of put love on the back burner a little bit. Oh my gosh, very soon. I think you've kind of been thinking about what you want in a person and what you want in a partnership. And I'm something that you haven't quite hurt in the past. And so you've kind of just been like throwing yourself into work almost, and kind of like, you don't want to take up your precious energy with that, but I think it's going to make you a little bit more lighthearted. Again, we're talking about like when pigs fly, like really out of the box, just like letting your soul shine. And I think letting your soul do that is going to attract the people that you want in your life. We've got forgiving and learning. Okay, so as you release and heal the past, you experience more in the present moment. So really letting go of what happened. And what's also interesting is you've got past life relationship. And a lot of times when I get this card for past life relationship, it is because you're not really like, out and about looking for everyone. You're kind of being very selective with your dating life. And if you are in a relationship with this person, I think like you're about to enter a new phase with them. And I think if you're concerned whether they're going to be able to handle this new career of yours, I think this is really good, really, really, really good energy here. And if you haven't met them yet, just know that like the reason you've been so selective, or if you're wondering if this is your person, it's because you guys just connected. You've known each other in a past life, and you were kind of like waiting to recognize each other instead of just like finding a random person. Like you chose to actually be together in this life and go on this journey. So just know that they will support you. If they are truly your person, they are going to support this kind of new thing, and they are going to trust your intuition and know that you've got this. There are so many 2s in here, actually, now that we're looking at this. This is so interesting. Comment below if 2 is kind of like one of your signs. I'm really interested in hearing that. All right, so let's move on to, let's get a couple more oracle cards, just kind of get some more clarity. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You can always go watch another group as well if you were kind of torn. Oh, I got 2 for you. Got trust and regret. This is interesting. And I think this could have to do with love. This could also have to do with the career stuff we've been talking about, or your ideas. Just like, I think you actually in both arenas. I think this kind of goes with both. Like, this is kind of summing up everything we've been talking about. That I think you do have some trouble trusting not only other people, but yourself. And I feel like you've almost kind of lost that inner voice and lost that intuition. So continuing to do these things that are going to bring you joy, even if you're not making money from it right away, that is going to kind of help restore your trust in yourself and in others. And it'll kind of help bring your intuition back to you. I'm sensing, this is an interesting color pattern too, that you have some regret that you can't change what happened in the past. Like, oh, I should have known better. And that's the message I'm getting. It's like, I should have known better. Like, I kind of have wrecked my situation by doing what I did in the past. You need to forgive and learn from that. And that also includes yourself, not just other people. That includes forgiving yourself for making decisions that you felt were right for you at the time, because they were. They helped you get to where you are today. This is just like a new step for you. And I think maybe just take a deep breath right now. And just like as you exhale, just let it out. Like, let everything out that you have been regretting, because that is holding you back from this new energy and kind of inviting everything in. And what I would do, group number 1, is I would actually, when I'm filming this, there is a new moon coming up in Leo, which is really good for manifestation, and the jade as well. I would write down 3 to 5 things. I would write them in present tense, and I would put them under your pillow for the next month. And just see what you can manifest in August, and like, dream big. Don't be held back by what you think is like acceptable by society. Put those under your pillow. Sometimes I do that, and sometimes I like read them when I'm feeling like I'm in a good vibe. I read them out loud 3 times to myself, because 3 is a very powerful number, but you can choose whatever number feels right to you. I feel like this group might be interested in, like, look up the Nikola Tesla 369 manifestation. You might be really interested in that. But write these things down just on a piece of paper. And when you are really feeling that good vibe, because you have been doing the things that you love, or being with the people that you love, put that under your pillow, and then guess what? It will take care of itself. Like, every night when you're sleeping, you will be actively manifesting it while you are asleep. And then come back to this video in a month, or just kind of look back at those and see what you have manifested. I'm really curious. So if it's a month later, after you've watched that and after you've done this, definitely comment and see if it worked. Let me know if you're going to do it. I'm very interested and pretty invested in seeing what happens with you guys. So make sure that you do kind of like come back to this in the September video, and I'll try and remind you, and that way we can kind of see what has happened with your manifestations over the past month. So group number 1, don't be afraid, let things go. Things are moving for you, and just don't be afraid of it. Trust yourself. It's going to be okay. And I think that you can just embrace that change and embrace the things that make you feel good. So group number 1, feel free to screenshot this in case you would like to kind of refer back to it throughout the month. Let me know if you do any of that manifestation. Make sure they're in present tense, like you already have them. And thank you so much for coming to another reading. I will see you very, very soon. Subscribe, like, and comment just to make sure that we can interact, and you'll see more of these readings. And have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. All right, group number 2, welcome in. You chose the amethyst, which is really good for peace and tranquility. So let's see what your first message is. Ooh, celebrate your wins. Okay, and we've got a 49 there. So let's see what else is in store for you. Kind of like what this message is going to be centered on. We just had a really good message in group number 1. So if you were kind of like not really sure and you were kind of feeling that pile, I would definitely go watch it as well. Just because it was probably one of the best messages I've had in a while. So I have a really good feeling about this one for you. We have your past supports your future with an 11. If that's one of your numbers. Ooh, this one just popped right out. This one says, light in the unexpected. Okay. The sacred flow of yes. This one's quite interesting. Got a 30 there. So you can check out any of these numbers, see if they kind of mean anything to you. Let's get one more to get a baseline for your message here. Oh, we got 2. I said 1. They said 2. Here we go. We've got, oh, that one's upside down. We've got success and transformation and move beyond intention to belief. So I almost feel like this is very interesting. This is quite a positive thing. I'm wondering if you've been kind of trying to say yes to things a little bit more and kind of trying to like get out of your comfort zone, because I feel like this is going to be kind of a transformation for you, because we're getting past, future, transformation, moving beyond intention to belief. This key with this kind of these lines coming out almost look like a sun. You've got some really good imagery in here too. I'm almost sensing like if there's any Pisces energy here, definitely let me know in the comments. Give it a thumbs up. So I'm almost sensing some Pisces. Oh my goodness. Okay. And we've got the Ace of Cups coming in here soon. So this is like a new emotional journey. Like you're kind of starting like a new emotional journey. And I'm wondering if this is going to be a love reading. We'll find out. We've got good energy so far. Group number 2. Let's see. Okay. So I'm feeling like you've reached a place at work that you are finally feeling good about. Like you've kind of put everything on hold to really get to this place at work that you've been trying to get to for quite a while. And I think there's been so much patience involved. And we've got a lot of like cup imagery here. So interesting. So I do think this is something emotional. This definitely could have to do with love. And what I'm getting is you've almost, again, kind of put things on hold in order to just be successful financially. And you kind of let everything else fall to the wayside. This is some interesting color coordination too. We've got trust. Group number 1 got that one as well. So kind of trusting that your inner voice is going to guide you correctly. So if you say yes to something, your inner voice is going to guide you correctly. And also, this is interesting that we've got this transformation. We've got patience. We've got kind of like starting your new journey. I think that, we have 2 that really wanted to come out there. We've got gratitude and we have guilt. Ooh, interesting G's here. So I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So really you are kind of starting this new transformation. Group number 1, I really feel like it was more like creative and in work. This one almost just feels like you are letting go of things that no longer serve you. And you are so grateful for the things that you do have. And I almost feel like maybe you have kind of taken a step back recently and kind of been like, do I really have all of these things? Like, is this too good to be true? Is everything kind of going to be like, I don't know, yanked out from under me? Is almost what I'm getting. Like you have, like the last group we were talking about how to start manifesting. This group, it feels like you have kind of reached the epitome of what you were trying to get to. And now you're like, what's next? So let's see. You've got answers and an open mind. These ones are so funny. These are the Celtic cards, and their illustrations are always so interesting. We've got the Master of the Hunt, speed, masculinity, flow, and open mind, answers. You're at a threshold, so you are kind of like opening that door. This one could be like that you've had some masculine energy, as in like you've been working really hard, you've been on the grind, you've been like really making your career your partner essentially. Or this could be a sign that you've got some masculine energy coming in because you're kind of like letting it flow a little bit. We've got beginnings, willingness, and opportunities. So I think definitely some interesting things are going to be coming to you. Oh, this one, I was about to be done with this, but this one wanted to pop out. Herbs, medicine, and healing. So it's almost like maybe you're healing from something. I don't know if this is physical or emotional, but I definitely think that this new path is going to be something where like your body is going to be telling you how in tune you are with these things, because I think maybe you've been feeling a little bit run down, or I'm almost getting like an allergy or an autoimmune has kind of been holding you back a little bit, and I think you might be grateful to kind of be on the other end of whatever you are healing from. If this was an injury, if this was, again, I don't know, I'm getting allergy or autoimmune almost, like so something in your life was making you unhealthy, if that makes sense. We've also got work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So you might have some Scorpio energy, or whoever's coming into your life might have some Scorpio energy. I'm almost getting that you're like, this is like kind of a breath in between phases in your life. Like you just had a really intense phase where you worked really, really, really hard, and you almost have guilt that you didn't do certain things during that last phase. But I'm just getting like kind of a silent like interim where you're just taking a big breath and you're kind of releasing all these different things, and you're almost to the other side where you're ready and willing to kind of open up to these new things, and you're getting ready. It's almost like if you picture a flower that's like protecting itself before it's ready to bloom, and all of the elements around it are kind of preparing for that bloom, preparing for that to open, is kind of what I'm visualizing with you. And Scorpio is a really powerful energy emotionally because it's a little bit chaotic, but it's very strong and knowing, like as in knowing what you want. So it's almost like you've come out of this and you've been healing. You now know what you want, and you're ready to move on. Oh my gosh, a new start is coming. So we've got new moon, and we have all of these things basically saying you're ready to kind of start this new path. This is so fascinating. So again, you're kind of in the interim, and this is definitely a sign that you are on the right path. And definitely kind of comment below and tell me what part of this is resonating for you. Oh my goodness, the color coordination here couldn't have planned this either. The energy is gaining momentum. So it's like you're a waxing moon, you're just like kind of resting a little bit, gaining momentum to go into this next phase of your life. And I do think I really am getting some sort of new romantic energy coming for you. The last pile I was really getting more career, inspirational, that kind of thing. But for you, I really am getting that someone is going to be coming into your life to kind of change it a little bit. Let's see if we can get some more information about if there's a person coming, any characteristics, or what you should be looking for. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Look at these colors. This is incredible. Tell me if purple is one of your favorite colors too, because this is very interesting color-wise. We have home. So what I'm getting here, I just got goosebumps. I feel like this person is like truly going to be helping you create your home. They're going to feel like home when you meet them, or if you already know them, I think like they kind of have been your home place. And if you haven't met them yet, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like they're going to feel so familiar, so much like home. And then this is also interesting. We've got 34 and 42, almost mirror image numbers that came out there. And we've got future. So this is kind of going to be, again, we're looking at the future. You're kind of taking a rest, and it is okay. I think that sometimes for you like are so into the yes mode that you like feel guilty, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I have to get everything done for the future. I have to actively work to create my future. And I think that's because you have been working so hard. But I think what you're getting here is that you can just trust. You can trust, and you can kind of move through and work through these things, and you don't have to work so much for it. I feel like you have felt like you've had to work for it, but I think this whole light in the unexpected is also giving us kind of a glimpse into the fact that it's time for you to just kind of like sit back and allow these things to happen. And you can say yes and trust in the things that make you feel good, but you do not need to feel guilty anymore. Like, release that guilt. Don't even think about it, because, oh my gosh, okay, this is so cheesy. I'm getting like that Star Wars line from the new ones where it's like the belonging you seek is ahead of you, not behind you, or something like that. Star Wars fans, correct me below if I got that a little bit wrong, but that's kind of what I'm getting. Oh my goodness. And I'm getting that like this is just going to be like heaven for you. Like, you are going to be kind of like in this future home where like you feel so blessed, and you've said yes to all the right things. You've released all your guilt, and like you are going to share this beautiful, like physically and like just emotionally, spiritually, all of these things. You're gonna share this beautiful home with your partner, and like you're heading toward a pinnacle of your life where you are going to be truly, truly, truly happy. What's interesting about this is that you are going to have some confrontation. What I'm getting here is that I think that some people are not going to understand kind of this new you, and they're either going to have to like understand, or they might fall away just a little bit. So don't be scared if there is some confrontation. It doesn't mean that you're doing things wrong. Just trust yourself and be grateful for the things that you do have. Like when things go right, say, thank you, universe, more of that, please. And then if something kind of confrontation or something that makes you feel guilty happens, just like move through it and brush it off and do not worry too much. All right, let's see what my romance angels cards have for you, group number 2. Oh my gosh, this just flew out. What do we have? Give your relationship a chance. And we have some separation. This is interesting because with this group, I couldn't tell whether you've already met your person or whether you have yet to meet them. It kind of almost felt like both. So it's almost, I'm thinking like a reconciliation with someone that you're not sure that your life has kind of been going in the same direction. I think maybe you guys almost had to have that happen and had to have a little bit of separation. Or like you're having different thoughts about things. Just know that this is not a bad thing. Like if it makes you feel guilty, it makes you panic, it's just a form of healing, I think. And this doesn't go to say, like, if you're in a toxic relationship, then you should definitely be really thinking about that. But if you've just been having like some small issues, let's see, let your friends help you. Okay, so kind of maybe like, I'm almost getting that you were spending so much time together that you kind of shut other people out. I think this is just something where like you both need to grow and kind of like be with your friends, be with your family a little bit, and they are going to be your home, this person. Like you were going to build this home together, but you kind of had to go through this a little bit in order to get there, if that makes sense. So don't panic. All will be well. Just keep kind of moving forward, and it's okay if there's a little bit of confrontation, because let's see, we've got stay optimistic about your love life. So just try and let the bad things go, as long as, you know, nothing terrible is happening. And I think that you two are really going to kind of build this together. So I'm interested to see what happens in August for you, because this was kind of an interesting pile with a few different messages in it. But if this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe so we can see what happened in September and kind of reflect on it like after we've already been through August. So in our next September reading, we can check in and see how this went. And definitely, again, let me know what resonated. Let me know how you're doing. Feel free to put any manifestations or things you're working on in the comments to kind of bring it to life and put it out there in the universe as well. So group number 2, feel free to screenshot this in case you want a reminder throughout the month. And I'm really excited for the things that are coming for you. Just take that breath and let things just come into their life how they are meant to. So thank you so much for letting me do this reading, group number 2. I'll see you later for another reading. Have a great day. All right, group number 3, you picked the Howlite, which encourages patience and observation. So let's see what that has got in store for you today. It says, overthinking can spoil the magic. This is the 00 card. This is so interesting. So it's like almost like a fresh start. Let's see what else we've got for you. Let's kind of get a baseline for your message. And in case you were torn between any of the piles, we just had a really interesting, like group number 1 was all about manifestation. Group number 2 is kind of a little bit of a love reading. So if you were torn between the piles, they were like very different. It was quite interesting. Maybe the most interesting reading I've had in a while. So if you're torn between a couple of the piles, feel free to kind of take what resonates in this one and maybe look at another one as well, because you might have a message in a couple different piles, because this August reading is quite interesting so far. So I can't wait to see what's coming for you. Let's see. All right, we've got Changemaker make waves, sorry. So it's time for you to kind of make waves. All right, and we've got gratitude again. So maybe this is like a repeat of something you've kind of already done. I'm feeling quite a lot of strength in this pile already. You are magic. I love that. And we got the 1 card. Interesting. We got 1 and we've got 0. Let's see. We've got magic happens when you most expect it. So this is quite interesting. We've got the 4-4. which if you have 4-4, we've also got a 4 here. In case 4-4 is like kind of part of your number line that you're always seeing, like you are always, like I think group 1 was 2 too. But if you're always seeing like 4s and 4-4-4s, that's definitely a message that this pile is for you. We also have magic in both of these as well. And this one. Okay, so we've got a lot of magic here. Group number 3, I'm so excited to see what happens for you. Let's grab some tarot to get some more clarity on what's going on here. Let's see. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Okay, so you've been really quite sad about something. What I'm seeing here, actually, I almost feel like this one goes over here with the gratitude again, because it feels like what's kind of happened is it almost feels like you've had something, like you're starting a new cycle and you're like, all right, here we go again. Not in a bad way, but it's almost like you're kind of taking yourself and like you're ready to start on something again. Like maybe something didn't work out the first time. I'm not sure what I'm picking up on here. But this time you have magic and like you are ready for it is what I'm getting, but you need to not overthink it. So this is very interesting. So what I'm getting from the 9 of Swords here is just that this has made you quite sad. Like you really had to go internally and think about whatever has been going on. And really, like you've really changed a lot with whatever has gone on with you, but it's almost over. Like this internal feeling of like not knowing what's going on. I'm just getting a sense of maturity here. Like you're kind of coming out of that and you know what you want now. You're very like ready for this new thing. You've also got the Wheel, which is quite interesting. So it sometimes, I think what's happened in the past little bit for you is that you have kind of, sometimes you feel like you're on top of the world, and then sometimes you feel like everything is going wrong. If that resonates for you, please let me know. But that's what I'm getting, is it's like there's like a lot of duality here. And like I'm getting the imagery that you're coming back up on the wheel for like this next go around, and you're like, all right, I've got this. Things are going well for me. Like I've got the magic. I'm ready to make waves and kind of make the change in my life that I want. Ooh, okay. And you have got the Lovers, which is so interesting because I'm not sure whether this is like, a full love reading yet or not. We'll have to see what the cards keep saying. But what I am getting for you is that you do have some love in your future. And what I'm sensing is like, this is going to be some deep love for you. This isn't going to be like something where you are just, I don't know, going on a Tinder spree or something like that. This is going to be kind of like growth love, like love that you are going to change yourself for the better because you're going to grow and learn, and same with them. And then what's interesting is, okay, I know I always say this, but I don't really pick where I put the cards. Like I just kind of put them where they feel like they go, and the colors always sort of go together, and the messages I think even go together. This is part of the magic of tarot, of how the cards line up. I know that some readers, like you can see the patterns that they kind of put them in, but I just put them wherever I feel like they need to go, and it's always like an experience for me to see how they kind of line up and how the colors even work together. And I think that just kind of even shows that the message is meant for you, and it kind of helps us to kind of put the story together of what the cards and what your guides are trying to tell you. They're so interesting. So the Chariot here, sorry, I just went on that little tangent, but look at this color match. This is so fascinating. Okay, we'll have to see what comes here. But with the Chariot, it's interesting because we got 6 and 7. I got 6, 7. We're almost needing an 8 because we've got 9, 10. So we'll see what comes out. But the Chariot makes it seem like things are moving for you. This could also involve travel. So if you have a trip coming up, then that could kind of help to bring your magic to you, because I feel like you might be a person where like travel makes you feel magic, and it is something that your soul really desires. Let me know in the comments. Give us a like if you feel like that's true, because I'm really curious, group number 3, if travel is really part of your magic. And I'm getting that either your person is going to also love travel, or you might be meeting them while you're traveling. So just be open to that. Be open to the things that make you feel magic. Okay, we didn't get an 8. We got another 9 here. That one just fell out as I was about to shuffle. So we've got 9 of Cups and 9 of Swords. So what I'm really seeing is like you've been really in your head about a lot of things, like about your past. You've been overthinking. You've been really trying to get to this new place, but you've had some blocks. But what's really amazing is you've got the Nine of Cups, where it's like you're ready to emotionally let go of the past. You're ready to stop overthinking. You're ready to just like live life and see what happens and really be who you want to be. I feel like maybe you've been hiding a little bit of who you are because maybe people have not responded, or you feel like people might not respond well to who you really are. So you've been kind of hiding it, but like you're done. You're ready to just be you. You're ready to just kind of let things flow in your life, which is fantastic. Let your magic out. All right, let's see if we can get a couple more cards to get some clarity on here. See what you're going to resonate with. Okay, so now we've got some Wands energy in here. So that's really showing me that you are kind of feeling like, again, you're coming into your power. We've got like lions, we've got flowers, we've got a lot of feminine energy here, but it's balanced feminine energy. Like you are ready to become like this powerful feminine vibe, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with gender, but like you're kind of just balancing your masculine and your feminine energy, which I don't feel like was balanced before. Black cat, always a good sign. People think it's bad luck, but they're actually good luck. So Wands energy is just that you're kind of coming into yourself. Like Queen of Wands, you're coming into yourself, you're letting your ideas flow, and you're not letting other people stop you. And you're really just ready to do you. Oh my gosh. Okay, a bunch just came out. Whenever that happens, I kind of reshuffle and see if they come out again. Ooh, one just popped out. That one really wanted to come out. Okay, we've got Six of Cups. So we've got gifts possibly coming your way unexpectedly, and accept those gifts. I think that it's been hard for you in the past to accept things from other people. They might not be physical gifts. They could be, but they could be in the form of something else, and just look forward to what's coming to you. All right, we might be done with this deck. I don't know if we have any other messages in here. Just shuffle one more time, see if we have any other messages in this deck for group number 3. Yeah, we might be done with this one. All right, let's move on. Let's do some moonology here and see what we've got. I never like to force the answer out of the decks. So if they don't feel like giving a message up, then we move on to a different one and see what we've got. Ooh, okay. A new romantic cycle begins, and we've got the Lovers, and it's in Libra, so that's interesting. So it's gonna be a little bit more balanced than your previous relationships. Like maybe your previous relationships have been a little bit more one-sided, and if you're already with this person, like you're already in a relationship, I think you'll be able to intuitively tell whether this person is your person, whether this is kind of just like a new, like, I'm almost wondering, for people who are in a relationship, I think you've been wanting a little bit more from your partner. That's what I'm kind of getting here. I feel like you've been asking for a little bit more and you're not sure if you're going to get it. Maybe they've been like a little bit avoidant or something. It's made you a little bit kind of like sad and in your head. And I think if you are already with your person, then it's going to be just kind of like a new romantic cycle for you, almost like you're in a relationship with a completely different person because you've both grown so much over the past little bit. And I think also what Spirit's telling me is to be grateful for the little things that they do that you do love. Like let yourself enjoy those things without fear. Because that is what's going to, again, whenever you ask, I've said this in the past couple readings, whenever something happens that makes you happy, just say to the universe, like, thank you, more of that, please. And that's going to kind of bring the vibration that you need into your life. So if you've already met them, kind of just like be grateful for the little things they do. And I think that's going to really transform your relationship. If you haven't met them, then I think, again, it's going to be like a very balanced relationship. And it might be a different type of relationship than what you've had in the past. So don't be suspicious of things when I'm feeling like you're going to be like, oh, is this too good to be true, or what's going on? I think it's just because you're not used to the things that they're going to bring into your life. Take time to breathe. So this August, make sure that you are taking time for yourself. I think sometimes group 3, you feel like the type of people where if you're not doing something, you feel like you're lazy, but really that's just kind of letting everything flow. We had flow in these cards here, where it's just letting things be the way that they are, and things are going to be happening whether you're actively working on them or not. And at the end of group 1's reading, we actually talked about like a manifestation technique where you can manifest things and kind of put it under your pillow and let it just kind of happen. So if you're interested in that, you could definitely go back and watch the end of the group 1 reading about manifestation. And just kind of letting things happen. So take time to breathe out, like let yourself just be. You don't have to be actively working all the time. You can let things kind of just flow into your life, and magic is going to happen when you expect it the most, but also when you're just like, you're just being yourself. You're just letting things come into your life. That's what I'm getting here with the 6 of Cups too, is that, ooh, what is this? Just absent-mindedly shuffling, and we got this one. Let's see. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so again, I'm feeling like this is kind of like you're starting something new. You've had it really tough, and we got full moon in Capricorn, so you're really coming into your power again, like we said with the Queen of Wands. And then we also have show the world the real you. So there's something that I think, like especially in past relationships, you haven't been your full self, and it's led to like a lot of heartbreak and a lot of overthinking. And I think that especially with like the 9 of Cups over here, the Chariot, the Lovers, the Wheel, it's really just like letting, and all of these magic cards that we had underneath, like letting your magic out and being yourself. That's really what I'm getting here, is that I think you put on a mask to show the world who they think you should be, but you need to show the world who you really are, and all of these things are going to come to you. And they're going to come quite quickly with the Chariot, and like it's really going to impact your life quite a lot with the Lovers. I'm actually feeling like I need to get that deck back out. You've also got your hard work is paying off. We've got a lot of Capricorn energy here. Capricorn, Aquarius, and Libra. So let me know if that is you at all. Let me go back to, where are we? Let's go back to the Light Seers deck really quickly. I feel like there might be another message in there that I missed. So do we have another card in here for group number 3? Okay, we've got Strength, which kind of leans up with the Queen of Wands a little bit, and kind of just being able to, again, this is an interesting duality here, because Strength is like showing yourself to the world, but also having the strength to be who you truly are. So I think this one is like, you're changing who you are just a little bit. And we've got the Knight of Cups, which I love this card because this really kind of signifies there's like, sometimes it has like an artistic vibe, like you've got someone coming into your life. But for this one, I feel like it's almost like artistic and mature. And I think that kind of goes with your Lovers card over here, that to be who you really are is going to change your vibration in a way that your person is also going to kind of come into their own and be who they need to be, if that makes sense. And we've kind of got some romantic connotations for sure. So if you've been looking for some romance and you're like, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, there you go. And ooh, we've got 5 of Wands. So really trust that inspiration of yours, because that's going to light the way for everything that we've got here. All right, let's just get some more, because I do feel like we've got some love vibes here. Let's go ahead and get our romance angels out and see if we have any cards for group number 3 about their love life in August. What is going on for group number 3 for their love life in August? Ooh, okay. Keep an open mind. So again, this person, I feel like they're going to be a little bit different from you, or a little bit different than what you've expected, but that's not a bad thing, because they're kind of going to bring new ideas into your life. Playfulness. I think sometimes you're a little business minded about romance. That's what I'm getting here. Like if things aren't going like boom, 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 exactly how you like plan them to be, you almost kind of shut down and like say goodbye to them, and you're like, nope, not for me. And you kind of leave that playfulness out. But I think your person, like, I almost get that like they have their own business or something, like they have their own something, like you've got your magic and they've got theirs, is kind of what I'm getting. And so in order to kind of balance out what's going on with you guys and like the seriousness in your work life, you really need to be playful with each other and give each other a break, because you have so much stress going on to kind of like build your empires, is what I'm getting. And like you're going to get them together. But I think the playfulness together is truly important. Wedding. Okay, so this doesn't mean you're going to get married in August. You might. If you go and you elope in Vegas, let me know in the comments, because I really want to hear these things, guys. But this might be the person that you are going to be getting married to. This could also signify that you're going to a wedding together in August. And it's kind of going to bring some of these things out. You might even meet them at a wedding. So we've got a bunch of different things here. But this really could be the person, like I'm sensing a deep love from this person. So if you're already with them, again, I think that you've really been going through some growth by yourself, and then you're going to kind of bring that together to the situation, because these are really strong love cards. And again, if you haven't met them, don't despair. Like, let your magic take over. Don't get too businessy with them. That's really what I'm getting, is that sometimes I think you get a little too like, oh, I need to have like everything right now. Like I need to have everything lined up and know like, okay, when is this happening for us? When is this happening? Like, just be a little more playful. Like, it's all going to be fine in your mind if you want a wedding. And this one also says getting to know each other. Your bond is deepening. So I think take your time. I know society can sometimes be like, oh, he hasn't proposed by XYZ, or, your clock is ticking or something like that. I'm getting just like a slow down. Like overall, what I'm getting from Spirit from all these cards is just slow down. It's all going to be okay, because everything is unfolding in the way that it is meant to. But you've got to stop kind of trying to control everything, and you need to just keep an open mind, because you're going to grow through that, and you're going to build strength, and you're going to build this really deep bond between each other, and you're going to grow into the real you and really have your hard work pay off. So take a deep breath, let yourself just kind of be in this interim. And if you have these things are really resonating with you, please definitely let me know in the comments what's kind of going on. I always encourage you to screenshot your reading so you can kind of be thinking about it throughout the month of August. And if you are interested in that manifestation technique I talked about, just go check out the end of group number 1's reading, so you can check that out. So group number 3, all good things coming your way. You've got this. I hope you have a fantastic August, and make sure you like and subscribe so we can see each other again. And thanks for letting me do a reading for you. I'll see you later.